whipping wind and flooded streets. These are some of the scenes from the aftermath of ex-tropical cyclone Alfred. Meteorologists had been keeping a close eye on the storm as it tracked along the coast. It was set to be the first cyclone to impact Brisbane since Cyclone Zoe swept through 51 years ago, and the first time New South Wales has gone on cyclone watch since 1990. Late last week, Queensland's Premier announced that public transport would be suspended, and more than 1,000 schools would close. Lots of supermarkets shut up shop as well, as residents did what they could to prepare their homes and their communities for the cyclone.
Highly recommend by 6 or 7 o'clock tonight that you have found your place of shelter and that you start to begin to bunker down for this event.
The SES started putting out evacuation orders as weather in some areas turned sour.
The entire roof structure's been compromised. We need to get you guys out of here.
Airports in both Queensland and northern New South Wales started cancelling flights, while evacuation centres began opening their doors. But as the week drew to an end, the cyclone still hadn't made landfall. It was just hanging a couple hundred kilometres off the coast. You see, it can be tricky business predicting cyclones, and Alfred kept getting pushed back until it finally hit on Saturday night as a tropical low. That's technically not a cyclone anymore, but it's still a serious storm, and authorities were still warning people to watch out for flooding and thunderstorms. The storm messed with power infrastructure, leaving more than 300,000 homes across Queensland without power.
You know, we're on candles, we're on gas, we've been able to cook.
That's the largest ever loss of power from a natural disaster in Queensland's history.
And in some areas, even phone reception went down. On Sunday, hundreds of millimetres of rain fell on the Gold Coast and Hervey Bay in a matter of hours, causing flash flooding. And residents have been told to stay inside and away from waterways.
We are actually in some trouble.
Further inland, in towns like Lismore with a history of flooding, people were evacuated as the river rose. But luckily, Lismore's levee held.
So far it doesn't seem to be going up much while we've been here, but I don't think it will. I'm hoping it won't.
As the weather begins to slow down, the big process of cleaning up can begin. Schools, shops and airports have started to reopen, and some buses in Queensland have started running again. And crews are working hard to fix broken power lines and mobile phone services. But other areas are not quite out of the woods yet, with flood and severe weather warnings still active in parts of Queensland and northern New South Wales.
I'd like to finish just by saying more rain is coming.
And while there's some relief that Alfred wasn't as bad as it could have been, people are still being told to be careful and stay safe.